Alright, welcome back everybody. Alex StarCraft here, bringing you guys another game from the StarCraft 2 tournament. Now you'll note that the game does look a little bit different. The resolution does, if my stream chooses to bring back up StarCraft anytime soon. Hopefully it will, because it's not currently showing. But whenever it does show up, you guys will get to see the fact that the resolution does look a little bit different. This is mostly just because we are now on the what am I doing? We now have it hooked up to the projector in the room in which people are watching this, which of course gives them a better viewing experience. And while it messes with the resolution a little bit, hopefully we'll be able to work it out. Of course, it does seem a little zoomed in here, but I think we'll be able to cope. We'll work on the resolution a little bit more between the games. And no, as a matter of fact, on the stream, it actually looks, for the most part, fine. It just looks really weird on my widescreen monitor. But this game is going to be a TVT, yay for another day of mirror matchups between, oh geez, currently my stream is messing up, so that's what I'm fixing. Need to just like tell this to stop running. Current scene 1, stop. Okay, hopefully that fixes everything. But this is going to be a TVT. It has indeed been a game, or a day of mirror matchups. This is my 5th cast, and this is the 4th mirror matchup, which I have casted today. And come on now. Yes, but this is the 4th mirror matchup I have casted today of 5 games. So this has been a very mirror matchup heavy day. Unfortunately, we have not yet gotten to see any Zerg players, and yay, my stream is working. I'm so excited. All 10 of you viewers will be able to see what is happening in this tournament between us students here at Virginia Tech. And so far, both players, again, opening with pretty similar builds. Both just finished their barracks. But one of them is going to be getting a slightly faster orbital command, at least. Gerp will be. The players, by the way, are Gerp, the blue Terran in the top left-hand corner, and PanamaRed. I will just be calling him, I guess, PanamaRed. I'll leave out the DVN, of course. But I believe that stands for Divine. I believe that is a team here at Virginia Tech. Yes, I am correct. I'm getting confirmation from the viewers. And so I am so smart. I'm so happy that I did indeed know that. I do not know very much about the level of these players, but I can tell you that this is it from the winners? Is it this winners or losers?
I'm guessing this is winners. I honestly have no idea.
Okay, well, we're going to say that this is from the winners bracket. Hopefully that's right. Either way, it's just more StarCraft in the tournament. But the bracket we have here in this room is apparently not anything like the real one. So we actually don't know anything that's going on in the tournament. But it doesn't matter because we all just love watching all the StarCraft 2. We have a fast command center here coming out of PanamaRed. And as we saw in the last game I casted, we saw one of the Protoss players going for a pretty fast command center, but of course, or a pretty fast Nexus. But unfortunately, that is not too great in Protoss versus Protoss. And so unfortunately, he did pay for that. And so in this matchup, the fast command center is indeed possible, just because it is a bit easier to hold it with the bunkers. You do have a wall off, though of course the wall off can be easily taken out by a Marine Marauder push. But in this build, it looks like so far we're going to have a 1-1-1 build coming out of Gerp. This is something we saw one of our Terran players earlier today do, and he executed it very well both times, just getting a contain on his opponent on the Shattered Temple, and in a game on Metalopolis just did an insane amount of damage through Harass. Again, all these casts will be going up on my YouTube channel. So right now, PanamaRed is just about to get ready to expand. He's going to be making his orbital as soon as that finishes, and he does have more barracks on the way and a bunker just to help him hold his expansion a little bit better. He has Marines at the Zonaga Tower, which this Hellion did go out to try and take, but it sees those Marines that had to run away for dear life. It survived with 6 hit points left. And PanamaRed did manage to retain control of the center. And of course, having control of the center, while it is hard to keep when you're going for a fast expand, because of course you don't have very many units, it is very nice to maintain that, because unless his opponent wants to of course go all the way around here, which does delay his push by a significant amount, he would be able to see if there was any push coming. And he did just get a scan off, so he does see that there is a 1-1-1 build. And if this factory and starport were switched off, we could see the potential of Banshees But we're actually going to be seeing a fast drop play coming out of Gerp here. Let's see where he has the medevac rallied. Yes, probably just all the way around to his opponent's base. And it looks like PanamaRed is going to have no idea this is coming. And of course, his units, he has a good amount of defense at the front. He's worried about the frontal push. In terms of being worried about a scan, not quite as much. But he does know that starport is there. He knows there is a potential for some damage to be done. And we see Gerp expanding behind this, which is, of course, one of the overarching principles of RTSs in general, to expand while you are putting on some pressure. And so we'll have to see if Gerp can do some work with this drop. It is 4 Marines, and then I'm not sure if he has Stimpak or anything yet complete. That would be huge if he does. He does not have Stimpak, but the medevac is going to go down to the missile turret, so these Marines are going to be trapped. They're going to have to do as much damage as they can. They will be trying to snipe some SCVs, and the SCV is actually coming back trying to attack, and this is not a good decision from PanamaRed. So many of them are going down with some pretty good stutter step coming out from Gerp, and he might even be able to snipe a mule, but no, he is not. All the Marines will be going down. But he did kill 10 workers right there to the 1 killed by his opponent, and I'm assuming that's just a scouting worker. So he definitely helped even out the game a little bit there. He's up 27 to 19 harvesters. His natural expansion is just about to finish, but he definitely gave himself a nice little advantage right there, throwing down some more barracks just to follow it up as he starts to get this stronger economy. PanamaRed is at the same time just starting to macro up again, getting a little bit paranoid, building another missile turret over here, maybe just to ward off drops that much more. This SCV just grateful he managed to live through that drop right there. He does not have any kills, so he did not manage to bring any glory to his family. But it's okay, because he's helping to defend the mineral line. So right now, both players just kind of sitting back, macroing up. PanamaRed trying to recover from that bit of damage that he took right there, building lots of supply depots so he can continue this big production that he's got going off of a few starports, barracks, and I'd like to see him get +1 pretty soon. Of course, if you have that engineering bay, it's always good to be using it. The engineering bay for Gerp just about to finish up, and so he will probably start to get out those upgrades. And as in any mirror matchup, upgrades in Terran versus Terran are extremely important, because if you are going for the same units and one has better upgrades than the other, which one do you think is going to win? I would assume the one with the upgrades. Of course, there's things like positioning and stuff going on, but I'm just going to ignore that for the purposes of my game analysis. So we have some Vikings coming out from PanamaRed. This could just be a response to, in case there are any drops coming, he'd be able to pick off the medevacs, and he does be sending 2 medevacs himself around. Looks like he's going to be going for a little bit of air dominance, but we have Gerp building Vikings himself, and this drop has the potential to do a lot of damage. We have 10 or 16 Marines in there, and Stimpak is finished. This is going to be a very powerful drop. Now, there are missile turrets here, but if he can load and unload down here and avoid the missile turrets, he could be in very good shape. He could do a lot of damage, especially because the army of Gerp is way out of position, way in the center of the map. And so we see him running away from that, and he needs to keep that medevac alive, but he's going to be dropping over here. He's going to be able to stim up, and we'll have to see, is Gerp going to go for the attack, or is he going to pull back? He is going to be pulling back, but it's going to take so long for these units to get back. He is going to be losing the tech lab on this barracks. It looks like he might even lose his main command center if that is focused down, but no, the add-ons are just going to be focused down instead. The Marines just running, not exactly sure what to attack, because there was a very nice quick transfer there from Gerp of all his SCVs to his natural. And we see some of the siege tanks starting to siege up, but PanamaRed doing a good job keeping those Marines away from that, making sure no 2 big hits go off. And it looks like he did lose 1 medevac. He is definitely at risk of losing the other, but it looks like he will be able to escape with that. So he did a decent amount of damage there. He was only able to kill about 2 more SCVs, but it looks like the Viking is actually going to be able to catch that medevac, and it goes down. So that overall did not totally help PanamaRed. You can see the supplies are about even right now. Gerp has a bit of a tech advantage, though, even though he does not have... does he have Stimpak? I did not get to see if that was finished. No, he still does not have Stimpak, but he does have siege mode. So when this engagement comes in the center of the map, it'll really come down to, is he going to be able to siege up his tanks in a good position to get some good hits off on all of these Marines? And of course, the Marines with the stim, the tanks, when in siege mode, almost one-shot them. They do so much damage to those units. And the +1, as I said, about to finish for Gerp, and PanamaRed just starting to get his. So that is definitely going to play a role. He needs to be careful with these siege tanks, though. He has a chance of losing all of them. And he's going to lose all his siege tanks for almost no return. And that was not good for Gerp. He's going to be running in, and he can just overwhelm these Marines with the stim and all the siege tanks being killed. And Gerp is now down by about 40 supply to PanamaRed. PanamaRed is going to be pushing up into the base. Gerp has a single bunker with no units in it. He has 1 Marine, and I think this is going to be GG, ladies and gentlemen, just because he really doesn't have units. He has 37 SCVs, and he has a good number of units in supply. You can see he's got about 11 units in supply, but all of those are currently the ones in production, and sniping my stim hurt. And that is definitely true, because as we saw, when PanamaRed was going through, he was sniping upgrades. And when you snipe someone's upgrade or snipe someone's add-ons, you always have the chance getting their upgrades, such as Stim Pack. And of course, in this case, Stim Pack made the difference. Between the win and the loss, we have him surrounding the tank, but the tank does go down. The SCVs are all going to be dying. And there's the GG from Gerp. So game 1 is going to go to PanamaRed, saying that pizza smells good, and then leaving the game. So game 1 will be going to PanamaRed. Game 2 will be commencing in just a minute. And so I will be bringing you guys that game in just a second. And I did just confirm this is going to be from the losers bracket of this tournament right here. So once again, these players are going to be fighting to stay alive in this tournament. The loser will be kicked out. The winner still has a chance to make it to the finals.